Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. A new paper trending on X, published just 2 days ago on May 20th, 2026, tackles one of the biggest bottlenecks in modern AI, which is how we connect hundreds of thousands of graphics processing units for massive training runs. As distributed training scales up, traditional networks struggle with traffic congestion and data collisions, driving a shift toward hardware-accelerated routing. The paper is titled High-Speed Networking for Gigascale AI Factories. It introduces a new multi-plane network architecture called Spectrum-X, which achieves an impressive 98% of the theoretical line rate with a tight, jitter-free latency of around 8 to 9 microseconds. And as we will see, the real-world failover tests and multi-tenant isolation results are the most interesting part. To understand these design choices, Figure 1 breaks down the critical bottlenecks that occur during large-scale training. Looking closely, Figure 1a highlights how higher network latency dramatically reduces the bandwidth of all-to-all collectives, which are common network patterns where every node talks to every other node in the system. In Figure 1b, even a tiny microsecond-level delay in updating routing paths causes switch queue sizes to spike, threatening to drop packets. Lastly, Figure 1d shows that standard Ethernet bandwidth degrades non-proportionally when some uplinks fail, whereas an ideal fabric would degrade gracefully. To address these challenges, Figure 2 illustrates the physical design of the Spectrum-X multiplane, rail-optimized topology. A rail-optimized topology means we group graphics processing units inside each host and connect them directly to dedicated independent network paths, which minimizes interference and boosts overall training efficiency. Looking at the top of the diagram, the network is split into 4 completely disconnected planes. In the middle, passive optical shuffle boxes route cables from the hosts below. At the bottom, each host contains 4 graphics processing units and 4 separate network interface cards, with each card linking directly to one of the isolated network planes. The multi-plane topology described in Figure 2 helps explain how the system maintains high performance under heavy traffic loads. Figure 8 compares this new system against standard Ethernet under extreme network conditions. In Figure 8a, we see that standard Ethernet experiences severe bandwidth collapse, with some pairs dropping to 25 gigabits per second due to static flow hashing, which is a method that assigns data paths based on fixed header properties and often causes uneven traffic distribution. Meanwhile, Figure 8b demonstrates that the new system maintains a very low and stable 99th percentile latency of 8 to 9 microseconds, whereas standard Ethernet suffers from a wide and unpredictable latency spread. Table 2 details the specific physical hardware clusters used to test these performance gains. The evaluation spans 3 distinct environments, including a large Hopper SP cluster and a state-of-the-art Blackwell Ultra MP cluster. This Blackwell setup uses 4 separate network planes and 288 nodes, which allows the researchers to thoroughly test the multi-plane load balancing and failure recovery mechanisms at scale. Table 2 outlined the hardware, and Figure 10 now shows how that hardware handles training step time, which is the duration of a single training iteration under network interference. During the baseline phase, both fabrics perform similarly, but once background noise is introduced in the isolation test phase, standard Ethernet step times spike by 60%. Conversely, Spectrum-X remains completely unaffected at 668 milliseconds, achieving a stable step time that is nearly twice as fast. While the previous figure focused on isolation, Table 1 summarizes the entire performance evaluation of the new network across various test scenarios, which includes utilization, resiliency, and load balancing. The static resiliency tests, for instance, demonstrate that a 10% link failure only leads to an 11% drop in bandwidth. Additionally, the table shows that the system recovers from a host link flap in under 3 milliseconds because of its rapid, hardware-accelerated load balancing. Figure 12 compares how quickly the system recovers from a host link flap, which means a network connection rapidly drops and reconnects, disrupting data transmission. The left graph highlights the hardware-based plane load balancer, showing it recovers in just 2.68 milliseconds. By contrast, the right graph demonstrates that a standard software load balancer takes 1.08 seconds to redirect traffic. This means the hardware-accelerated approach is roughly 400 times faster, which helps keep large-scale training running smoothly. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. Hardware-accelerated routing dramatically reduces recovery times, and multi-plane architectures prevent network interference. These innovations ensure that scaling to thousands of graphics processing units does not bottleneck training. That wraps up this look at high-speed networking. I'm Alex, and this has been the AI Research Roundup. See you in the next one.